Introducing your co-hosts, Chedda Mike, Lil Mattress, and Dave. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit.
This means it's on now. Okay.
All right, welcome to episode 10, Wakanda Forever, my brother.
Once again, it's on.
The incredible
Three-piece.
Get up.
Biscuit.
That's right. I am here with the incredible and amazing.
Chedda Mike, what's up, everybody?
And on my left, I got.
Lil Mattress at Lil Mattress, a.k.a. Small Bed. Sleep on it.
And I am Prince Adam.
Prince Adam.
I forgot the whole spiel about it, though. Anyone knows who he is? Actually, first giveaway. Anyone remember Prince Adam? Shout out to Lil Mattress for the Prince Adam reference. But if anyone else can tell us where Prince Adam comes from,
I
bam!
cannot. Bam.
Crisp hundo.
Right there, coming
Japanese
at you.
hundo.
Tell them where it come from, son.
But episode 10, we have a great and amazing show. We've got some Magadabadoo news. We're going to hit you with some news from the wonderful world of sports.
I'm excited today. It's the 10th episode.
Episode 10, that's right, feeling it. Might even get into some Super Wolf news. We'll talk a little money, a little crypto. Who would like to start things off? Who's got a little Magadabadoo news? Anyone following our good news, the biggest news in Atlanta?
Well,
Trump?
this might actually cross over into WrestleMania. Kim Jong-il versus Donald Trump. They're supposed to be meeting up.
Yes.
So let us
The
know.
meeting of all meetings.
That's the
Didn't
heavyweight fight, right? Or is that intercontinental? That's heavyweight, guys.
That's it, yeah.
That might be the
that's
European
top line.
Championship. They might take it onto other land.
Nah, it's the MAGA.
man.
It's the world thing.
It's the World MAGA Championship.
Shit.
But so Mr. Donald J. Trump, President Trump is rumored, alleged to meet with the leader of North Korea. That would be so interesting. Sounds like a disaster, but
Let me, without the conspiracy hat, I'll go with the conspiracy fro. If Donald Trump suicide bombs on the chest, hugs Kim Jong, boom, is he an American hero for the rest of his fucking life and for the rest of his days?
I'd immortalize him. I'd get the tattoo. I'd get a little toilet, like, mate, that's kind of disrespectful, but
I know
whatever.
we said we were going to stay on subject, but when you said that now, it sparked something in my head that I heard that when you talking about the death of Trump, I heard supposedly
DOT, if you
within
will.
this term, his death is going to be fake, but it's going to be like an assassination. Shit's going to happen, but it's going to be a fake death, and he's going to be living his life like Tupac.
Yeah.
Living his life like I'm Tupac. Living my life
Crazy
like I'm
shit.
Tupac,
I mean,
Tupac.
when I be surfing the internet, I be reading some crazy ass shit.
It's crazy, I know. Thought the world was crazy before the internet, and now, crazy just looks just like you.
Seriously.
With the
Imagine
wig.
all the time when the internet, right? People thought it was like, what is this internet thing? And it blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it
almost
was all like
Bitcoin,
secrets.
y'all.
But yeah,
That's
the thing
right,
with, one, do you think it's going to happen? Because now it's the talk.
assassination?
Well,
No, yeah, we
meeting.
went.
But that would be a great time for the assassination to happen.
I think it's going to happen
That's
almost
cool.
before sometime 2019, 2020. Trump, I don't want you to die, brother. I'm just saying, duck it.
Really?
Watch out.
See, I'm thinking. Now we're getting off
Yeah.
subject for a second, but it'd be kind of cool if they met though, right? To see what's up. Like you got to have like a
think so.
weigh-in. It's all about like the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to
Yeah.
have like the weigh-in. It'll be like the news conference and stuff, and where are they going to meet? And it just sounds crazy. So
I want to see the handshake, and I want to see if Trump does the turn. I also want
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
if the handshake is surrounded by people like okay, and they're just gonna is he gonna pull him in and it's like what's
Yeah.
happening? Like I want to see the
Yep.
madness that surrounds it. That's what I want to see. It's like the 5-foot rapper like behind his bodyguards. Like I want to see that of like the whole security.
you want to see Kevin Hart
situation.
finally fight.
Right?
Yeah, you want to see,
I wanna
and
see-
not Kevin Hart in particular, but the Kevin Harts of the world, like
Yeah.
that guy.
I just want to see, man, like, are they gonna let them touch each other with a handshake? Is it gonna be like
Whose hand's going to be on top?
surrounded?
Who's going to be
yeah,
on
like
bottom?
Yeah.
When they walk through the door, who's the last one in? Because it shows dominance and the alpha male type
Yeah, all
shit.
that crazy.
then on top of that, if it's going to happen and everybody knows it's going to happen, how much of a security risk is that of like people that want to kill them both at
No,
the
but
same
yeah, but
time?
see,
like
here's
the
the-
Donald Trump, obviously he's not gonna do
They're
the
having a
suicide
secret
vest thing,
meeting
but
to talk about Bitcoin.
Quite
Okay.
possibly, right? You know, but here's, I mean, we're kind of expecting it, you know, to be like Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis. You know, at the end of the day, it really is supposed to be two political world leaders like meeting.
Lennox.
But I don't know. That'd be interesting. But now, when you were talking about like, you know, not wanting to see him pass away,
Yeah.
what I was thinking was
don't
Got
wanna see
nothing but
anyone
love for you, Donald.
what if I know a lot of people do, and I think
I do. I ain't afraid to say it either. But go ahead.
crazy comes in all shapes, forms.
Bitcoin.
But what if he kept himself in power? I mean, this might be a dude that'd be like, hey, everything is so great that let's kind of scrap this whole, you know what I'm saying, like election term thing, and we'll just do another one, you know, and then another one, and, you know, things are kind of working so well that, like, I'm going to go on vacation for like 2 or 3 years, but the kids are going to be in charge, and then I'll come back, and we'll just be like Trump USA. How would that be?
I don't know, man. That's what Bush and Clinton.
That'd be the ultimate winning, right?
That's what fucking Bush and Clinton just tried, man. So
I don't
it'll
know
be
if
interesting.
anybody's even trying
see.
anymore. Anyone's even trying,
We'll
because
see
then you
what
got, because what are
happens.
they really trying about? Because again, like we get again segment 1, we usually talk about Trump a little bit, but you know, you got now the Stormy Daniels thing. Do we care about that? Like every time we keep looking for change, you know what I'm saying? Like now he's got the Stormy.
on Twitter, but I didn't do it.
You know,
Sorry.
No,
Sorry,
I-
Stormy. Wait,
no.
is her name Stormy?
well, her
Stormy
Is that how-
her
Daniels.
stage.
Is that's the same name as fucking the baby girl. That's where she had her name. Kylie Jenner's baby.
Oh yeah, her name
Her
is
name's
Stormy
Stormy,
too.
too?
I think it's a different.
Odd?
Yo, what
Little
if?
Stormy
What
sensation?
if
Donald Trump got her pregnant.
with the baby and they put it into
Whoa.
Jenner, and then it's all like.
Whoa. I heard about the cloning thing going on, so I don't know.
Yo, they're cloning dogs like it's
Like
there's
crazy.
no
You saw the
tomorrow.
story. One lady's on like her 3rd or 4th
been
dog
cloning
of the
World War
same
II.
dog.
Yeah,
You know.
No, but there was the whispers and there was the it happens, but behind. But now it's like, if your dog died and you're sad, clone your dog. Like
They
now
have
it's
you could go, if people can't have kids naturally, to go to the scientific fucking place and you could see a model of your baby that they're gonna make for you.
Oh yeah, I mean,
clone your dick.
Own it all.
It's weird how all these superstars are having like twins and everything. You know, like yeah, it's scary. Like I said, I'm super against it. As much as I like science, I think it's the scariest thing when like
Yeah.
if you're not supposed to have kids, you're not supposed to have kids. Reach out and be a mentor, be another step parent of sorts.
totally.
But like
if you want to make a change in
you
someone's
know,
life, go on
because
and do it,
here's
you know?
even the thing, like you said, you know, getting
Tupac.
back to it, and it was that Michael Jackson.
Gonna make a change.
Still
Still see no changes.
Peace, Mike. Rest in peace.
Yeah, but there's other ways, you know. There's other ways to to be a parent. Like, I'm kind of against that whole, you know, if it's not supposed to happen, it's not supposed to happen.
I hear you.
know?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that go through the whole fertilization and then
Yeah.
trying to do it themselves, but then if they can't do that, then they'll take the egg out, put it with the sperm, start growing it in a dish, then put it
And
back
that's
inside the
live now
woman.
because they
That's
have
like
a male. They in
No.
the news now, a man just would change over, had a baby,
Yeah,
and all that,
yeah.
and they're giving him drugs that are illegal drugs in our sense to use, but they're giving them to him so the baby, so he can lactate to the baby. So in this lactation, these drugs are. You see what I'm getting at?
Right.
and so
What
he's
the
gonna
fuck is
have
this
the
wrong?
baby.
No, but see, but here's
No,
the thing
he-
now. No, you ready though? Well,
He-
go ahead.
He didn't give birth to a baby, but his ability, he has breasts now, and he wanted to breastfeed the baby. So with science and drugs and medicine,
No, I thought he did carry the baby.
honestly, I have to check, but
Yeah, I think
didn't
he
want to
also-
get too far.
I think he
it
did.
might be there
This is
already.
no.
But
This
I was
is
gonna say we might be talking about two different people because I did hear about there was the guy that got the sex change and had the baby. So
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I remember those tabloid things were like, man has a baby, and it's like, well, yeah, but when you give him a
Not
pussy,
really.
is he still a man? And like he didn't have a baby through his dick. Like that's
Yes,
not what
yes.
happened.
No, but see now here's.
But
see,
it could be two different people, or it
Yeah,
could be
yeah,
the same
yeah.
person. Either way,
Multiple
it's
different,
fucking
yeah.
whacked.
So
Yeah,
so
exactly.
people are open to saying, I want to have, I can't have babies, so give me medicine and shots
give me
to make me
yours.
have babies. It didn't work. Let me try again and put all this money into it. You guys finally have your baby. Baby comes out, and then you're just like, then you're probably going to blame the new vaccines on the baby and say
Yeah.
like your baby's autistic, but like you're going ahead and you're doping your whole body up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like
Yeah.
That's true.
I guess like the big old piece of cheese in which hole, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to find yourself,
Yeah.
into?
You've seen our visual picture. that.
That's why I say you can point the finger at anybody you like. There will always be 3 pointing back at you. DDP.
Just
Tell him.
Shout out Shout out to
That's the
wrestling
truth.
wrestlers
That's the
worldwide. But like I said, off on a rant. So we went from the president
MAGA.
to conspiracy type theories
Dabba.
to the porn stars. Okay, talking about, hey, end of the day, be a responsible parent. Okay, it doesn't have to be to your kid, could be to someone else's. But that doesn't mean that you tell little Jimmy to sit on your lap because you're Uncle Jimmy. You know.
Exactly. Set a good example. But with Stormy, with that whole Stormy Daniels situation,
I got some more
so
Stormy thing.
did she get?
Give me my tinfoil. No.
So I think
No.
she got the money, and
Yeah.
then, but no, she got the money, but then Trump's people fucked up the non-disclosure agreement.
And she knew all along
Yeah.
because now, I don't know if you remember now, if those true subscribers paying attention, they'll know like week
All
2 or
12
week
y'all.
3. Week 2 or week 3, I asked the question. I was just like, who is Stormy Daniels? And then all of a sudden we're like, you know what? I let it go for a second because it was just a little rumor for a second.
Got frozen for a minute.
And again, we played with it, but is it
Elsa.
a bigger deal? Not really. Because here's my thing. If you saw her on Jimmy Fallon, she knew something was up, man. She had this shit grin in the beginning, and it all comes down to like, haha, you didn't sign your name on the paper,
Yep.
so I could tell everybody, But you're right, like his people, like his boy, you got to clap it up to. Trump's got some handlers because his boy was just like, took a deep breath, went into his own money, said, here,
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
So
And then he said something like Trump never paid him, so now he's coming out squealing.
yeah, but at the same time, you have
He
Trump
wants
like,
he didn't
you
pay
know,
me back. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and again, there's crazy
Honestly, though,
change going on in there, man.
Like you said before, all the things he's done, this still is not gonna affect him. Like,
No,
he's
Trump's
just-
bulletproof.
Exactly.
He's
just
not.
sailing
Bulletproof,
away in the
man.
ocean. Just
Yo, he
out.
is bulletproof until or if they impeach him. But dog,
So
he's
he's so
bulletproof.
bulletproof they're gonna fake his death. They're gonna assassinate him, but he's bulletproof, so he ain't gonna really die. He's gonna fake it.
That haircut's gonna save him one day.
We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? It's years away. By the time Bitcoin will be.
But back, man, we skipped over it
$20,000.
real quick. Like it's huge if Kim Jong and fucking Trump meet up. That's like massive.
No,
That's-
it's not.
I think
Yes,
so.
it
I think
is.
it's big.
It's not.
It is
Well,
history
okay,
making.
well,
and that's
what's
and
not
that's
massive
why-
about
yeah,
it?
go ahead.
Because
I
there'll
wanna hear
be a new distraction about it. We'll put it right back into. There's always a way to spin it. Like we got three. This is why we are 3-piece, because there's always an angle to it. Because you could say it's it's the decoy. Like and again you could say like, well, why don't you just believe that good will happen? Trust me, I believe in good more times than not. But you could just say like, we're messing in. Put it in the wrestling perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the
all
little
fake.
rivalry. No, basically, you know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. So now you got, what I'm saying? You got this wrestler from Russia. You know what I'm saying? You got the wrestler
We
in
love
China.
the Russian wrestlers.
Ivan.
I'm a big fan of Ivan.
But right?
No, I'm not saying anything good's going to come of it. I just mean like this is crazy that it's
Yeah.
actually going to happen. I'm not saying that even anything's going to get solved, but
This
for
is a critical time.
but for the president of the U.S. to go meet with fucking Kim Jong Un,
Yeah.
that shit is
Yeah.
crazy.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I
That's
guess.
wild. I'm not saying like, hey, this is gonna solve everything or anything. I just like this is an event that I'm glad I'm alive for. God willing.
We will see what happens. Hopefully, like you said, God willing, all is planned and it will work out.
It's
Yeah.
God's plan. And unfortunately, I think it's gonna be behind closed doors. But man, I wish they would just record the whole thing, sell that bitch on pay-per-view. Like, come on.
Something like we never get to see too much of what's going on, and I hate what they show us. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah,
meeting
yeah.
happened, and then they both come out and they sit in the chair and like
Yep. Yep.
But it's funny because that something's already going to happen where either Donald Trump is going to step in front of him or he's going to shake his hand too hard or he's going to, when they take the picture, Donald Trump's going to put his arm around him and you're not supposed to put your arm around him, so don't put your fucking arm around him. And
Pat him on the head.
do
Little
something,
rocket
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But it is wild that they both have, and listen, I'm not a man to talk about hair because I lost mine when I was like 22, but they both got fucked up haircuts. Is there anything to that? Let me know. Is there anything to
I
that?
think it's like you said, maybe battle the haircuts and maybe we can battle it out like that. Who has the best haircut saves the day type shit. America's fucked probably then.
I don't know. Kim Jong's got that like partial bowl cut, partial double wave. It's a sight to behold, man.
I don't want to hop on. It works for him. It works for him. And I ain't trying to hop on no dicks right now, yo.
It works
But
for
yeah,
him.
I mean, yeah, it works for him. It's distinctive. But
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. But speaking of politics and weird shit happening, Prince, tell us about Kaepernick and the Ravens. What the fuck is up with that?
I think that's kind of shady. No, you guys hear about this? So military officials reached out to the Baltimore Ravens, advising them that it was basically maybe not in their best interest or bad for business to give the dude a job.
So the military bases in that area said our soldiers aren't going to support this. You're not going to make as much money type shit, or just like Like that area, you know, the
It's
business.
military
It's not good for business.
Military officials reached out to an employer, advising the employer that it may not be in their best interest to hire this employee.
So they're trying to tell
That's
him that
wild.
he's Antifa. Now I don't know, guys. Let me get this one real quick. Why would Kaepernick not be able to play?
Well,
football?
here's again that's the thing. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like just
Tell me
come straight out. You know, let's be honest about it. Maybe pay the man off and be like, you know what, you screwed us over. You know, and we weren't ready for you. So here's some money. Go ahead, be quiet. You could be a rah-rah cheerleader with all this money, or give the man a job. You know.
Maybe,
Give the man a job. Boo the man because it's your money that you're going to pay to be able to boo, to be able to cheer. Okay? We all have somebody who, if you're a sports fan, I don't think too often does your team sign a player. And, well, I don't know. They were burning jerseys in Cleveland.
Yeah.
But I don't
Burning
think,
jerseys anytime
you know,
someone leaves.
but, you know, I don't know. Let's put our big boy pants on. The man's going to do his job. You can cheer for him. You can support him. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever. But I just, it's alarming that a military official would reach out to the Baltimore Ravens,
Yeah.
advising them that it, might not be in their best interest to.
And especially because he was the first one to come out with the kneeling and all that. But then everybody after him kind of got a pass. It was weird how, like, not
Well,
they got a
because he
pass
was
into
a-
where
Yeah.
people are still complaining about it. But when Colin was doing it, it was like, look at this Negro.
Yeah.
He's going to kneel?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but now
But again,
everyone else is, and it's kind of like, well, yeah, that's happening. So maybe we're not going to watch the game. Maybe we're not going to do that. But it's weird how he's the,
Well, he
troublemaker.
was going to be though. Like I said, he's the fall guy. He'll be the guy on
Scapegoat.
T-shirts forever. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He'll be the guy. He'll be the Che Guevara T-shirt in 20, 30 years. But
That's gonna fall both ways for him. He's gonna be seen as a bad guy. He's gonna be seen as a hero to some.
yeah, no, and again, like gotta courage to the man if he could keep standing. You know what I'm saying?
I say
Because
give the
it
man
takes a
another
lot.
shot.
You know,
Let
that's
him
what
play
I'm
the
saying.
game.
Just
If he
here's
turns
the
into a
thing.
Vic and he fades out, he fades out.
Yeah,
Let him
he
play
was
straight on
he
his
was
own.
already coming down the hill. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's just like, hey, give him a hard time then. Give him the league minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like make it hard for him. But
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna give it,
exactly.
not gonna give him a job. What do you?
This is the thing, and it might be a dumb question because I'm not into it that much. But is he vying to play? Is he trying to get back in hard? Or
Absolutely.
is he, okay.
And he said, y'all. If nobody, the thing is with him is nobody's even offering him. Just let me see you throw. Let me see you work out. So it's just
Yeah.
like and his people are trying to see if there's obviously if they're trying to gain any type of interest in him. And like I said, it's just really really odd that a guy with athletic ability. Again, there's what 30
better-
some odd teams. Here's the thing. I'm probably saying the same. He's better than I don't want to say half, but given the opportunity, work ethic, and skill.
Yeah, he wouldn't be the worst QB in the league if he gets hired.
No, I know,
and-
yeah.
I would say if this doesn't happen for him, he's better off taking his money and turning it into some sort of spokesperson for something else.
But see, but he-
stepping out of that branch. But if not, go into it.
And-
Try to become that political player, But
Yep. He'll
Right.
get speaking roles forever.
And he's
with
he's
speaking,
still doing it. And again, like I said, you could hate people could hate the man all he wants, but he actually has been putting his money where his mouth is.
Yeah,
you know.
And the other odd thing about
He's
too,
not
how,
that stupid.
how you were saying the military are the ones. I don't want to say the word threatening, but they're giving the little mafia like, "Hey, might not be such a good idea over there, Paulie."
Yeah.
But the military, actual soldiers, are the ones that have been sticking up for Cap, saying, "This is what we fought for. We fought so you have the right to."
Well, you
kneel
have
whenever
I
want."
think you have two schools of people though. You have the veterans, and again, this is going to fall into that thing where politically, where the deplorable category came into. But I think you have some veterans who are real people that realize that whether their choice going in or decisions inside and out. They come and maybe they think about the whole, but you have a certain bunch
Makes
of
a lot
people.
of veterans think about it.
But
But
you-
how does this make me feel?
You have some though. You have some though that.
preference. This is a free fucking country, man.
But what
It
I'm
may
saying.
upset you. You have a right to say "fuck you" to him, but he has a right to kneel. And I heard also he spoke to a Navy SEAL, and he brought it up like, what's the best?
That
way
was
of
the
doing
guy.
this?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
SEAL was
You
like,
know.
take a knee, man.
So
It is what it is, man.
but
Cut your hair.
my disdain. I know. Yeah, that's what I think is that's probably what's slowing you down. Nothing personal, but
Wind
yeah,
resistance.
wind resistance, fashion choice, like it's slowing you down.
Exactly. You
you
saw
know?
Mike Vick never had long hair. What was he? Pew, out the pocket,
Cornrows.
moving.
Funny
No,
though.
that shit is wild though. But it's also interesting how many people that I've heard I don't want to say get it wrong, but get it wrong to where they're like, and he's disrespecting the flag and they don't understand the reason that he's doing it. Like people are just think like, hey man, this black guy's not following the rules.
The world,
but it's like, whoa, that's
the
not
world
what's
of
happening.
sound bites, exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? It went from police brutality, you're disrespecting the military to hey, I can't do this at my job to you know.
Yeah.
In the percent ratio, probably 10% of people read the articles and actually know what the fuck's going on.
Exactly.
Like you just said, it's all sound bites.
That's all. Speaking of actually funny sound bites, story just it was how. And it's the news people spin it out of control. But did you see the Fox and Friends when they spun out of control? I think it was like Newsweek had the article, the rise of the beta male.
Oh, I did, but I saw that due to it was on a Twitter though about all those dudes putting their hands in their pockets or something. I'm talking about beta male, like you're talking alpha beta, and the beta is taking over because it's more like a
feminine society.
Right, perfect article for the time, but really it was about geeky people up in San Francisco, beta. You know what I'm saying? Beta testing and stuff.
When I was in the military, we used to categorize people by alphas and betas.
You want to know something? And it's not just the military that does that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's a sales approach, the psychological approach. You're gonna eat through the betas. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the betas are the sneaky ones that stay in the background and let the alphas kill themselves.
Well,
the betas are the sneaky motherfuckers. They're like, all right, yeah,
yada
yada, and
the beta takes your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like he gets punched in the mouth a bunch of times, and then
beta takes your girl, the alpha rapes your girl.
There you go. That's kind of what it is. Oh, speaking of which, again, we're not even gonna get what we're talking about with, but and again, no disrespect, military, hoorah. But what is it? You guys saw Marines United resurfaced?
No.
The website circulating with 130,000 members, over 130,000 pictures of our enlisted women in compromising poses and pictures.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Okay. No, but that was shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that was definitely going on when I was in the military. Like,
but the thing is though, it's back again.
To find which ones are doing what?
No, there were people actually like hard drives and shit. They
this is
like,
exactly.
I got the goods.
Exactly, just like
you're going on deployment. Yo, take this with you. Yeah. Like it was like fucking gel, fucking cigarette shit.
Yes, absolutely. Which again, I found semi-alarming that it's. I'm not saying
crazy.
Again, mad on different fronts. You
think you hit the bottom and it goes deeper.
Right. Yeah. You want to. There's some type of good. You want to respect the women, and then you're just like, well, how come I didn't get a login or password? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, because this is wrong. But like, let me just make sure it's
wrong.
Yeah. Because it just might be adults and consensual, I
guess at the end of the day, it comes down to your body. Do what the fuck you want.
Right, yeah, but you also have to remember at the end of the day, when you stood up there, you put your hand on your heart, you put your hand up. Yeah. Part of wearing that uniform, there were certain things that you can and can't do. You do know that as soon as you're in there, that your body belongs to them, or us, whoever, But speaking of a perfect segue, my body, R. Kelly. Consensual age of sex has changed in the country of France. Did you guys hear about this?
He moved, right? He probably he'll turn Muslim and hit every 9-year-old, bro. Like for real.
Well,
no offense to Muslims. And,
so no offense to 9-year-olds.
I know, yeah, because we all know in Arkansas that's cool too. So and you ain't gotta be Muslim.
Goodness gracious.
But no, so yeah, I thought that was interesting, and I read the article. And the only reason I thought it was interesting was because there was no prior age before that. I was like, "Are you serious, France? Like, are you really serious?
Oui.
Wait. So the crime of having sex with an quote underage, whatever that would be, did not exist before this?
There was no consensual age, you're saying?
Right, yeah, there was so it was either defined as basically it was like consensual, or you basically like
it was consensual with a 12-year-old and the mother knew, or it was
but here's what they're saying though. They're saying that if there with the open dialogue between the minor and the adult, the adult should have known better, but the minor had the mental awareness of knowing what was which like again I just found just so crazy that I was like, really, like right now in France you just decided to put a fucking age on, you know what I'm saying, like consensual,
18.
Yeah.
And so what's the age?
It's 15.
Okay, but so before that, it was a 20-year-old could have fucked a 10-year-old.
And it would have been pretty hard to prove it wasn't rape.
Yeah.
Well, again, here's the thing. I think at 10, I'm just saying, I don't.
Yeah, there might be an
example. We probably don't know exactly.
No, yeah, I don't think it's
the information.
Yeah,
disclaimer:
nothing like that.
This is the biscuit that we're talking about. Because there's a 3-piece, and the biscuit is wild. We never know.
Yeah, we all get a piece of the biscuit.
No, I think it's more along the lines of like that teen type.
Yeah.
Because I would hope
was
that the
gonna
world
say,
and society would think that, you know.
But I was gonna say in that terms, then 15 is fucking pretty good. Then, yeah, at least there's something.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
established the ground and boundary. You
I
can
wonder
only
in
hope
like
that.
the 1940s and 50s, was the 15, 16-year-old doing the things that they do now, you think, or no?
Well, yeah, they were. They
Probably-
had
probably even
jobs.
earlier,
Yeah, they
because-
had jobs. They were smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes. Absolutely, absolutely.
So
they
you
were
think-
standing
so
on
you think-
skyscrapers.
Okay,
and,
so you think
yeah.
that
Doing
early,
metal work.
though- But here's my thing. I don't think it was as severe because now there's like every single kid has a screen to go into something. The media has amped up their game 30, 40 years. They had skills to do fucking
Project
brainwash.
Mockingbird.
Yeah, you know it. MK Ultra shit. They brainwashing us, and everyone knew in the past. They've even admitted it to the subliminal messages that they put in the TVs. But no one, in theory or out through the other, no one cares anymore. We're so fucking programmed.
On the cover of the Little Mermaid. On the cover of the Little Mermaid, there's dicks. What?
Drive for Uber. Drive for Lyft. Nothing subliminal about that.
Get gassed up, y'all.
Speaking of Uber and Lyft, if you ever need a break, hit me up. We're at the 20-minute mark. You're listening to 3 Piece and a Biscuit.
Yes,
I am Prince Adam by the power of Yo Mama,
Is that He-Man?
Yo Daddy. Bam! Pay this man.
Pay me!
Give this man his money.
Yes, man. Thank you. The other day, I made $300 in 4 minutes. I was trading Bitcoin.
Boop, 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 boop.
Bam! Short that shit, y'all.
You know what though? Maybe we've been dropping little teasers. Maybe how can we get people? Don't look at me like
shit,
that.
don't look at me like that,
Don't look
Flash.
at me like that.
Don't do it like that.
How can you
Don't
like,
look at me, Flash.
Where would where could people go actually to get some Bitcoin? Like first people you
Like
need
to
money,
actually buy
right?
some?
Yeah. So you have to transfer your funds, right?
First, you would need a bank account with a debit card because you can't use credit cards anymore because all the essential banking systems now realize the danger that they're in. Their business
Get
finally
on the
found
phone.
some competition. But if you do want to purchase Bitcoin, there's a couple ways actually. I haven't looked. Did you look into the Robinhood one? I know that one's
Yeah, the
free, right?
Robinhood, but that's got a waiting list of over 1 million still. Because I buy stocks on Robinhood, and the stocks are all open and everything like that. But they're I was on the list where they had said, "Hey, there's over 1.5 million people." Now, when I open it, it's, "Hey, there's over 1 million people." So I think they're slowly rolling it out. But that's going to be the one, the Robinhood app, where they say they're gonna let you do it for free. And I buy stocks on there. And they're free. There's no trading,
That's
no
why
nothing.
I wanted to tell people that one first before I told them Coinbase or Gemini because I don't want, I'd rather people.
But this is the
learn
thing
from my
about,
mistakes.
I will say Robinhood, it's going to be eventually available. So right now, like,
So many people trying to get into a small little keyhole.
yo, it's the funnel. So right now,
All right,
if,
so
if you
here's-
were to get on Robinhood,
Yeah.
you'd be in a line waiting.
Yes. Okay.
Like,
But
I've been
in
on
the
Robinhood
meantime,
for about a
then-
month. and I'm still a million
Here's
out.
the thing though. But when we talk about Bitcoin, for those that don't know though, it's not just Bitcoin is like a general term though, right? Really, we're talking about cryptocurrencies, right? You got Bitcoin,
is
you got
a type of
Litecoin.
crypto,
Yeah. So, but what else?
But
I know there's
is the
Bitcoin,
main
Litecoin.
coin, all the other coins
Ethereum.
are called altcoins. Yeah.
Altcoins?
But
Yeah.
the top 3 coins that we're mentioning right now are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin.
All right. So again, for anybody listening, there are other ones you
Many.
can put your many others.
Many others that aren't. How can I say they haven't really proved their.
They're the
weight
minor
yet.
leagues.
Now,
Yeah.
but now let me ask you this though: if you were to just drop one little nugget,
How much is a nugget?
little.
Because everyone's nugget's different.
Well, no, I'm just saying a little. If you were to guide somebody, because there's many and there's the big 3.
Yeah.
If you can say, would you advise one of the big 3 to dabble into? And is there something
would
one of the
advise
minor
if you
players
have
or areas?
Whatever money you have, what I did personally, I took a large nugget and I
No.
slivered it into 3, and I put it into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And I just left it alone.
So you decided to mess around with the 3 big players.
That's
at
it.
the moment. Okay,
That's
all right.
it. But
all
now
right.
let me
Dare
tell you
I
something
say
else.
3P?
Yes, exactly. The whole point.
God's plan.
You put your biscuit. You put your biscuit into 3 pieces.
But now
guys,
to,
it's all connected.
But now, if you want to do some safe investing, it's called dollar cost averaging. Where, like, let's say you have $1,000,
Yeah.
put $500 in, today, and this is $1,000 if you don't care about. So $500 today, you wait a week or 2,
And you
then-
should. If you ain't walking around with a little half stack,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Don't do it.
I know you got to pay attention more. You got to
And
follow
just
follow the crumbs.
Disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor or anything here.
He's just rich.
I just got cheddar Mike, y'all. Cheesy as fuck. But let me tell you this though. So
Velveeta.
Let me tell you something, yo.
Yo,
Vegan.
Yo, this is Velveeta.
Velveeta.
Capital V. So
Monster.
yeah, so let's say you have $1,000,
Cheddar.
right, and you're not gonna touch
Swiss.
this investment for 2 years or something. Yeah, you put 500 now. Let's like for example, Bitcoin, what between who knows 8 or 9? I'm not sure, but let's say you buy it at 8,800. This is what I did 2 days ago. So I brought Bitcoin at 87.31.
These numbers are for conversation purposes.
$8,731, and then I brought a portion of Bitcoin, and then I waited like 5.
A Porsche
10 minutes.
and a Bitcoin?
Next
No,
year.
a portion of Bitcoin. Go ahead.
And then a couple minutes, you wait. You gotta look at the charts, analyze it. I'm not the greatest, but it's not rocket science if you actually want to learn.
It moves on its own.
Yeah, and then once you see it rise, and then you gotta be waiting at your computer and sell that shit. And then 5 minutes, it went from 87.31 to 943.
So,
Yep.
again,
And then you take that money, you wait until it goes back down, put it back in.
smack it up, flip
Now,
it,
for
rub
that,
it down.
Do you know about because it's Bitcoin? I've heard that perhaps no, but now does the government can the government tax you on that?
So now with certain
that you
sites,
just made.
certain sites now they're starting to, if you do any type of purchases that are pretty big, they're going to be mailing you forms, and it's up to you to do the form.
Oh, and by the way, this is all hypothetical. This
Yes.
isn't like transactions that have actually taken place. We're just trying to put out a
Yes,
hey,
yes.
this is how it could work if
Exactly.
It's
Just
a-
to give you a...
Yo, it's a hypo.
Yo, you already know that for watching that.
Class.
If you're a knucklehead and watching this, give us the money. We'll flip it for you.
Good luck, good
But let me ask you
Give
this.
us the dough. We'll turn it into something Japanese. All right.
This is
Right.
liquidated Bitcoin.
How
So-
about Flash calm the fuck down?
I know, right? Well, the stats keep getting bigger. Y'all don't realize it. If you slow the video down, you can see him. This.
He's moving.
He's actually making it. No, so okay. So let me ask you this then. So
Let me
what would you stay away from? Because again, I fill us with the news. I've always come across some positive bit news and then some crazy scary where we all got to wrap up the tinfoil and start talking some cryptocurrencies. But what would you say on the real, like, probably stay away from this though?
All right,
You
what I
know,
would
like I
tell
said,
you for
again, not you could, and again, what we say to stay away from, look into, and you'll probably agree why you should stay away from it.
The main thing I would tell people to stay away from is it's called the FOMO, the fear of missing out. So if you've already invested and you're happy with that investment, leave it alone. Don't go fucking putting in another fucking whatever, and then you're like, yeah, I did it, and then it went down because you don't know what you're doing, and you're not trading, making money, so you're just blowing your dough. But if you're okay with blowing your dough because you know it's gonna be a shit ton in 2-3 years, by all means.
Now,
fucking-
key thing.
But just buy low, sell high. Buy with the red candles and sell in the green if you're gonna trade. I buy and I don't. I just started doing the buy trading because I was down some cash and I wanted to flip it and see what I could do. And lo and behold, I'm like, holy shit! All you gotta do is
You did it,
But
right?
hold
Yeah.
it low.
So again, if you got the time to watch it, you could do it. But one of the things to keep in mind, it is not always the quickest, right? People keep
Yes,
hearing about
yes,
how,
yes.
like, this coming into the new year, how you had a strong surge into it. Key thing is, it
If
could
you
take,
know what you're doing, it can be quick though,
right. But
because you could trade on the 5 to 10, 15 minute on each trade.
But I think
and-
for the people to understand that, like, it could be 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you are planting a seed in this, but it's a bountiful, plentiful seed.
Exactly.
Should it come? Should it come?
Bountiful is a great word.
Bountiful.
Pretty much, this is the whole. Everyone has an opportunity just depending on what you input, you have a great opportunity just to leave it there, come back in 2 years if you're able to do that with the investment you're making, and you're gonna fucking blow your load.
This is the gold rush. And with the whole thing is, don't put in money that you're afraid to lose. Scare money don't make no money.
Tell them.
That's right.
Tell them. Make one go to crap.
If you don't know.
Now
Yes,
you know.
Oh,
Then they
speaking
said
of
the
which, right? Speaking of which,
But yeah, that,
the late great Notorious B.I.G. also passed away this week.
Well, it was a whole bunch of weeks ago, but we're going to celebrate the anniversary of him passing away this week. He did not actually die this week.
Like 4,000 weeks ago.
Somewhere around there.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Rest in peace, Biggs.
Still a little biggie.
Alright.
I wasn't really able to, not too many people, how can I say, some people like him, some don't. I'm not the type of person to go out on social media and praise somebody, but rest in peace, Biggs. Right there for you.
R.I.P. to Large Smalls.
What else is,
With Biggie,
Well, entertainment news.
I
I mean,
was gonna say what,
Yeah, yeah.
Lil Matt.
with Biggie, there's always been the worst line in the history of rap to me, and Large Smalls had always said that, not always said, but he said in the rap that She looks so good, I'd suck on her daddy's dick. Now, you would think that this might be a rap line from
Would that be able
2018.
to pass for today?
That would they would lose their mind if that came out today in a good way.
In a
They
good
would
way,
love
that's
it. They'd
what
be
I'm
like, he talking about sucking dicks. He's a real one. He said no homo after, so it's fine.
Was he a risk taker in his time for doing that? I mean,
For
because not
sucking a
too many
dick?
rappers were talking about sucking daddy dicks at that time.
Probably not.
Like he's a pioneer.
I'd say he was he's a pioneer in the father penis community.
Oh,
I would say
shit.
he's a pioneer, but for me the funny thing is that he was so respected that nobody said anything to him, which is hilarious because it'd be like if me and you were in the studio making a song and you were talking about sucking your girlfriend's father's dick. I'd be like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
No,
You
but
know what I mean?
It's a bit of that Halle Berry stigma we were talking about.
Yeah,
how
yeah.
Everyone swears up and down, don't mess with God,
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but I think with it's I don't know. I give it's the expression in the term. I don't think it was the literal sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I don't think
we all speak in speak in
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just never
I don't think he was threatening or like considering doing it because
He wasn't actively seeking attractive females to suck their father's cock. Okay, is this a point? All right, it was a joke. It was a line.
that on a t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt. Well, no, but here's the funny thing to me is that for me, forever, I've argued with all my friends, and not argued, but had the conversation and, fucked around that. For me, it's been a horrible line forever. But there's people that stand by it and swear like, no, that shit is fire. And also they use the excuse of that was a Richard Pryor joke.
Yeah.
And to me, the funny thing about it being a Richard Pryor joke is that Richard Pryor just came out that he was sucking dicks.
Well, he
I don't know if they
he
were
didn't,
father
but,
dicks or what.
what's
No,
what's
that's
his
the
name?
question. So
Well, I mean, they said he fucked.
These are
Yeah.
Godfather.
I
So
just don't want people saying Richard Pryor wasn't actually out. You're not gonna find the audio, the written script, like
He's not gonna have a sex
something in the
tape out.
past about Quincy Jones.
Well, Quincy Jones is the one that
Yeah, he was the one that
let it all out. Yeah.
He was talking about
But
he
so,
knew who killed JFK.
The funny thing to me is now with the because the conversations always come up still about Biggie and how he was the best and all that other shit, and how, like I said, some people think that line was quote fire, and it's not. And also, then the backup was no, but it's a Richard Pryor joke, so it's fine. But my thing is, go ahead, start using it out in public. Like, if it's a Richard Pryor joke and it's fine and it's everything, when you're hanging out with your boys and you see an attractive female, say out loud, man, I would suck her father's dick.
Yeah,
it's not going to go well.
That's the
It's just
bad,
not going to...
weird silent joke. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, just no.
So
That's
it-
a weird way to put it. Like, yeah, I drink her bathwater. I would fucking whatever. But, like, don't say that you would suck her father's dick. It's just not a... And like I said, he had no real friends because nobody understood... Or he had people that protested and he was like, nah, fuck you, that's hot. Maybe that
might have
happened.
been his lyrical innuendo or subconscious coming out. Who knows?
There
But
were always rumors because,
him
you
and
know,
Diddy.
there's always rumors about Diddy. Biggie definitely had a line about fucking somebody and throwing salt on the wound, slip him down the back, fuck him in the ass, throw him over the bridge. So there was
Back
Big
in the
had
day,
some
I don't
weird
even know if
shit.
it's still cool today when you're in jail and you're a guy. It's cool to be the cool guy fucking another dude.
It was,
as long as you're not
the-
the guy being fucked.
what's it called, like gay for stay or something like that. It was just like when you're in jail, it doesn't matter. Which, whew,
Yeah, I think some of the things they took out of there. I don't know, crazy. Yeah. So, but speaking of beating that ass up, Tommy Lee got his ass whooped, huh?
but if we could end the segment with, but yes, R.I.P. to Biggie. When Little Kim, perhaps if she meets you in the afterlife, you're not going to recognize her. Just sorry about that. But go ahead. Yeah, but
Truth.
you're not going to know who this
Or,
plays.
last touch on this.
Yeah,
It's
she
Michael
didn't
Jackson.
get beat.
She got beat by the doctor.
Yeah.
But I don't know if y'all saw there's the trailer coming out or some movie about their a movie about the investigation for the Biggie Smalls murder.
Oh, I think there's a TV show about it
Oh, is
right
it a
now.
TV show? Okay,
Yeah,
I thought it was a movie.
With Bokeem Woodbine in every fucking commercial. Bokeem Woodbine, he's one of the detectives or something like that.
Yeah,
And they show the spot in every commercial, so now I hate the sound of it, but because it's one of those, like, how I was saying in Black Panther, there's the lines of, oh my God, I have a wig on, I hate this, we shouldn't be like this, we should be natural. And it's like, it's just such an overstated line of Bokeem Woodbine in the commercial, when it's like, man, 24, 25, just kids, man.
Yeah,
I hate that shit.
Yeah,
Like, we're like, yes, this is going to be the part where we do this. And it's just, it's so, I don't know. Just for me, I fucking hate it. But
that line was purposely created for the trailer.
yeah, exactly.
That's what it was.
They're like, this is going to be the one. We're going to get just kids, man.
That's how they do it. That's how they do it.
Like, oh, that was deep. Now I'm thinking about it.
Wait, so tell me what happened. Who got their ass beat?
Tommy Lee, the
Tommy
drummer
Lee.
of Motley Crue,
Okay.
Ex-husband of Pamela Anderson, who has melted since.
Baywatch fame. Yeah, I think they
Pamela
yo-yo.
Anderson. I thought she's fucking dating Julian Assange.
Maybe.
She is.
Maybe.
That she is.
That ain't fake news, folks.
Maybe. But yeah, so he had ultimately got his ass whooped by his son. And I guess
Knocked
Little Mattress
out.
had pointed out, I had heard a couple of
How old's
different
his son?
stories, but I think I like your story. I think I find it to be closer to the truth. My take was
with
Tommy
fashion.
Lee was probably running his mouth about his ex-wife, and his son took offense to it.
Took umbrage.
Walked into the house, said, "I'm a man now." You know what I'm saying? You're not
Yep.
gonna talk about my mother like that. Handled his business.
2-piece and a biscuit.
Tommy Lee came in on some, you guys got the facts all wrong, and I was assaulted, and I'm
Yep.
saying like, he was just laying in his bed,
I was
and
drunk and stoned. No, I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know
So,
Yeah,
I think that's what that is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
agree.
I thought I was thinking maybe some
I
big
agree.
news, but I think the truth of it is every day, it comes back to the kids, watch and raise your kids.
Yep. And not that it's the best form of news, but yeah, I had read the story on TMZ where it was talking about there was some interview that Pamela Anderson had given in some publication where she had mentioned Tommy Lee and the physical abuse in the past, and that how he's never accepted it, never
Yeah.
just owned up to it. And so I guess Tommy Lee responded on Twitter saying some derogatory things about Pamela Anderson. Cue their son, who I guess lives with Tommy Lee.
Yep.
So it's like son's in his room, dad's in the bedroom fucking around on Twitter talking shit about mom. Son knocks on the door kind of like, Dad, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And,
Play
they-
by play.
And they rumble. And this is a crazy thing too now. Why the fuck are 911 calls made public? Because
Well, I guess they are though.
that's what I'm saying is why they are, but why are they? Because
That's-
it's kind of wild with the 911 calls already out. And because Tommy Lee was with his new fiance in the bed, and then the son came in, whatever they got in the scuffle, knocked him out. And the reason that everybody knows knocked him out is because the
scanners.
fiance that was in there at the moment called 911. But like it's just weird that now that audio is out on the internet and like you can listen to the 911 call of fucking Tommy
with
Lee
CB
getting knocked out.
radios, wavelengths are free until they get blocked. I mean, I see what you're saying, but I also think that it's like in the newspapers, we all have a right to know the crimes that were committed, and it's
I
it
think
is
it's
weird. It is weird to how
and
full-
now
But it's
now
same thing,
it's
like
really
Rick Ross,
weird because
his 911, like with,
Yeah.
oh my god, and he's bleeding and he's slobbering all over. Like that's on the. It's just
feel you.
it's
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
that like those can be because those
Released,
aren't like
yep. I feel you.
somebody hacked into something.
That-
Like
that
those
can't
are
be a-
released
that
by the
can't be an
police.
invasion of privacy, maybe, or what? I mean.
I don't think so.
I
only
mean,
because
let's say
you're
you had an
seeking.
embarrassing situation that could almost be you losing your life too, and then it got out. You're right. You'd be able to fucking.
Well, that's like,
Right,
sue.
but
like
here's the thing,
Prodigy,
no.
they say straight up he died from choking on an egg in the hospital. Like that was like the thing that's like the reason they died. Like he was in there because of sickle cell.
Yeah.
And then I guess like people weren't watching. Maybe he was like laying down eating, and so like that was the report that came out afterwards, where it's like, damn man, you don't have to let us know that.
Wow.
You know that word he died from choking on a fucking piece
The
of an
Men in
egg.
Black came and choked him with an egg. No.
Because like every other celebrity,
I
he
know.
was just about to
Yeah,
release, the
That's the
information
only
on the
reason I
pedophile
said
ring.
it. That's
I
the
know.
only reason I
Just
said it.
in the cyanide egg. I think okay. So
That's the name of this
CIA.
episode. Cyanide egg.
the I think it comes down to the honest answer of the
Honest Abe.
the truth about it is
John Wilkes Truth.
it comes down to expectation of privacy, and if you are seeking a public service, what type of my question is what type of privacy would you expect if you're seeking a public service? And I think that's really because as an Uber driver, I have got the dash cam, and it comes up a lot, and everyone wants to, you almost feel like the guilty or shady people are the ones that want to say something. Usually, I don't even mention anything anymore.
Yeah.
But
then
it comes down to
how would HIPAA come into play though with the whole HIPAA?
doctor hasn't done anything yet. You're seeking public service. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so
Like,
all right, so
yeah,
that would just for medical. So
yeah. Now,
for example, though, these like you're saying, the calls will get out. Obviously, if you're in harm, it's leading to medical. I mean,
Well, there's
Well, no.
that, but there's also this is still an ongoing investigation of a crime because they're now doing the press and charges trying to figure it out. So that's weird to where it seems like that could be used as evidence. Now that's out in the public.
yeah.
You know?
But again, it should. Here's the thing, and if you get that case, and if you haven't heard about it yet,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's I say it's two ways, but I think it comes down to again, like I said, that's the question. When seeking a public service, what expectation of privacy do you have? You know, and the truth of it is you don't. You know, I said just every time people come into my vehicle and they say, you know, oh, my privacy. When does your privacy supersede my privacy? You know,
or my safety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. So I think that's the answer to the question. But yeah, no, it can go either
Fine
way.
line.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, because here's the thing: if it when it was Tiger Woods' 911 call, that was the shit, wasn't it? We're just like, yo, you hear that shit again? They even got some video on it. You know what I'm saying? Go up on fucking YouTube and and watch it. So.
All the funny 911s are already on TV further.
Yeah. The guy was too high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had a brownie or something. His cat,
Yeah.
his cat's talking to him.
But
Interesting.
it's just weird now. It seems the speed in which it comes out to where it was like
That's
this
yeah.
happened like
Yeah.
3 hours later. Yeah, they got the MP3 and it's out there, which was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's just
People make a living off that.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, that's
whoever sold it to TMZ
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you know.
yeah. There's
whatever
people
money.
on the streets right now with their own video cameras waiting for the next thing to happen, just driving along with the radios, listening to shit, taking photos, videos. They call the news people. Hey, I got this for $70.
That and from the
All over their face.
scripted point of view, there's also like I thought about this before. There's camera people out there that like their whole job, or production people, their whole job, their life revolves following someone around. Imagine that
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, like
you
ambulance
just walk.
chasers.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know.
Because the most
I
money,
don't know.
you get paid more money when you got the dead body in the shot. You get
Yep.
more money when you got the shot of the good fire. You know, no, you're not gonna get paid the money when you got 7-8 traffic cars behind you, but there's a guy that just jumps across the lines with his camera. He's got the close up.
Yeah.
He's the dude getting paid.
And it's wild that everyone's recording it nowadays. It's not just. I mean, there's people that are doing it for money, but dude, I've been in traffic and like you'll see the car in front of you because it's not even an accident, and somebody pulled over on the side of the road, and there's motherfuckers. You see them with their phone just recording it while you're going by. Like, what are you doing with that besides putting it on Instagram and just going, "There was somebody pulled over." Like,
I'm a tourist. what the fuck?
yeah, it's just one of those like what
Yeah.
what the fuck. But speaking of weird shit like that, it seems like that. Did you see that interview with OJ?
I can't.
No,
Because
what
you're
happened?
too
I
much
don't
of a
know.
fan, or what?
No,
It's
because
too close to your heart. What is it?
Because it's
The glove
one of
don't
the-
fit, man.
because I think we know the truth, and we're just like, really, like, are we going into this again? I think it comes down to the old where's Capone, who killed JFK, when those keep coming out. Like,
Yes.
OJ just fell into that
Is it
category
like
for me.
taking a wrinkled up piece of paper out the garbage to pull it back out to re-wrinkle it, just to
Yeah.
ruin it
Here's-
one more time and throw it
Well,
out?
okay, so I think because I think
Recycle.
The cycle, yo. That's the whole moral story.
I would honest percentage. What part of you or what part of America do you think is the verdict on OJ? Guilty or not guilty?
I think it's honestly sad to say 50-50.
50. You think that maybe he didn't do it?
I think there's a lot of people that think he did.
All right, so okay,
you
so
asked me
public.
about the whole-
I have two of them, public and you. So public,
yeah,
you think
okay.
50-50? What
For
do you
me
think?
personally, I think he did it.
All right, real quick. Same thing.
For me, he did it. For public, I think it's 70 he did it, 30 he didn't.
All right, I think he did it. I think a lot of people believe that he did it. I think that I think it's a smaller percentage. So when I say that it's not for me, I think that it's like we know that he did it. He's not going to come out and say exactly how. I feel that we know that he did it. I don't think that we're ever going to get the exact details of how it was done, who was involved. So until that comes out, and when that comes out, that'll be a super big deal because it'll be like, well, can he serve time? Can we try?
That's
so
what
why
these are. It's an old interview. Do you remember when he was? It's not a new interview with OJ. I would never fucking bring that to the table. Come on, I'm wearing a wig. But chill. Now listen, it's the old interview from his. Remember when he was trying to put out that book? If I Had Did It.
Yeah.
It's those interviews. So
Wink,
he's
wink.
talking about
I
doing it, and he's talking about like.
See, I thought that was out before though.
It was recorded
this
a
the
long
extra
time ago,
footage?
but this is like the footage of him like saying it into a camera
It's a big
of like
form of mockery, right?
what
in
he
your face,
did.
like,
Yeah.
if I did it,
Exactly. He's doing that, and he's talking about an accomplice named Charles and shit like that. So I believe there's some
That's it.
truth, but
Yep,
there's
yep.
but with anything else, like if people commit a crime, they say a lot of times like they just have to say it out loud and get it out to someone, and I
Yeah.
think that's what it
That was
is.
his moment then.
Yeah, but
I don't
like
think
I said,
he did
this
it
was
alone,
years ago.
but I think
Yeah,
there's more to
yeah.
it. And like you just said, like if you would ask me in the past, I would have been one of those people. Oh, he was set up by this and that,
Yeah.
But you getting older and you start thinking, and you putting two to two together. Like, who the fuck would run away from the cops for that long? All this shit.
And think about at that time,
and
they
and
let him.
Exactly.
That's
I was just
wild,
about
too,
to say,
to where-
if you're a suspect for murder, they're not gonna lollygag on the highway and just watch you.
Dude, they were lollygagging on the highway.
hold
Well, part of it was because he had a gun in his mouth, and they didn't want OJ to kill himself live on TV.
Right.
But the phone call is insane. If you ever heard the phone call that he made from in the car,
Don't
I
forget though.
Flashback Friday, y'all.
Don't forget though, at the time you guys were not much younger, but a little bit younger. Like OJ did have some star power though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like OJ was
that middle school
ultimately
or high school for me? I
middle
don't know.
school, because
Was it?
we watched it on TV in 8th
Come home
grade.
from school, yep. And
Yeah,
it'd be
so-
on.
No, we watched it, but we watched the verdict in school in 8th grade, because remember that was around the time when we all got.
So you
TVs
guys
in the
were
room.
so you guys so that,
I remember
that
that
was
every
a
day
2-year
from-
case. So you guys saw the verdict in 8th grade. So that means you guys were in like 6th
Yeah,
grade
sixth
when
was
this
Because you
the
first
come
first
home
happened.
every day from like 3 to 5 or 6.
Yep.
It was, yeah,
It's on.
Well,
It
for
is.
me, for me, it was Columbine. That was, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like that was always on. But
Yeah.
so, what I'm saying is, even though he's definitely a mockery now, he still had some like star power at the time. So like
Yep.
that's why I think it was, you know, I know what you're saying. Nowadays it'd be like spike
had a
strips
lot
and
of
SWAT
Yeah.
teams,
fiat.
and you know. But yeah. No, he was, you know.
And it's cool, not cool, but one of the interesting things from that is he created reality TV. Like that was the first
Yeah.
reality TV,
Famous
and it
brought
all
up, yeah.
spawned from that. Which is
And he
pretty
got
wild.
Ford to scrap the Bronco. You know, they stopped
That's
making
true,
those.
though.
You know,
Wow.
and then they tried bringing them back. You know, Volkswagen just killed the bug.
Damn.
Put
Stepped
right
on
on
it.
the bug.
Right.
switched
Talk
it.
about one incident that could ruin your whole business.
I know. Yeah.
We're done making Broncos.
And speaking of done, I believe that we're wrapping up this episode of Three Piece and a Biscuit.
Episode
Number
10.
X.
Wakanda forever. Hope you enjoyed
Yes,
it.
y'all. If you just coming in now, though, make sure you subscribe. Hit the button down below. Oh, we don't do that yet, but one day we will soon. You know, we appreciate everyone that is out there listening to us right now, though. Please drop a comment.
So tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell that in the alley to like, subscribe, share.
To the 3 Piece and a Biscuit, y'all.
On that note.